I'm ChosenArchitect, and this is All The Mons. Now, starting today, we're going to need to be very quiet because our Mons are currently sleeping, but I just stepped outside, and look who's also sleeping. Yes, that is a Squirtle just chilling right here. And it just so happens to also be sleeping, which is going to make initiating a battle quite awesome. And it just spawned right here. Like, you can't make this up. This is great. And that is one way to start a video. Now, what a fantastic start to the day. I do have big plans for today, because last episode, playing around with our new Gyarados really made me want one of the special variants of Gyarados. And there's actually a lot of different variants of different mods that aren't exactly shiny, even though getting them shiny would be really cool. But for a lot of these things, we're going to need to fish. And this is actually a really fun mechanic within the Cobblemon system. In normal Minecraft, however, I am not the biggest fan of fishing. It is very boring. You wait for a very long time and you get kind of meh loot. But with Cobblemon, you fish up Pokemon. Now, there's a couple of ways in this pack that we can get ourselves a Pokerod, which is going to allow us to fish. One of those ways is by finding a structure inside of the ocean. And yes, it's pretty common, kind of spawning much like any other like ocean structure. But one of the easy ways to find oceans and things like that is by using a nature's compass, which lets you locate specific biomes. And this is very helpful for finding very specific types of Cobblemon, which we are definitely going to want to hunt for that only spawn in certain biomes. And so to locate those biomes, we can search the biome up here and select. For example, let's say we want to find a deep ocean. We can hit search and you can see it says where the coordinates roughly is. The arrow points to it on the compass and we get told how far away we are. This is definitely one of the tools that we want to have in our arsenal. Now, you know what? Since we're on the topic of tools, some other really useful tools, why not have a magnet? This can be equipped in our charm slot and we can set a keybind to be able to toggle it on and off. Personally, for me, I like to use the plus button on my keypad. And this allows me to toggle the magnet on and off. So after getting all of that equipped, let's use our Blaze Jet wand to dash around the world. Oh, this makes movement so much nicer. And we haven't gotten to explore yet using it. Like, I didn't even know there was a village up here. Oh, and speaking of villages, the berries. We want to make sure that we grab berries anytime we see them, because when we get down the road, we're probably going to want to start mutating different types of berries. Like that was a mutated berry. And we're going to run into a problem where we're going to regret not picking these berries up, because some berries are just honestly harder to find than others. Ooh, and also anytime you see these little mints, we definitely want to pick those up too. And there's mints for all kinds of different colors, and the mints are fantastic because you can grow these on soil, and then it allows us to change the stat natures on our Cobblemon. And like stat natures, it doesn't change the actual nature itself, but it does change the stat to reflect a different nature, which is a lot more helpful whenever you're building like powerful mons. I haven't tried this yet, but the umbrella in combination with the Blaze Jet wand, I mean, this is basically flying. You know what? On our way, this is another structure from Cobblemon. And I wonder exactly what is down here that's so special. Interesting. Okay, so there is a Zubat down here, and there is also a... Who are you again? Oh, a Magmar. Okay, and they're only level like 14. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna actually catch you. Like having just more like Firemons, probably a good idea. Oh, and Gyarados. Yeah, this is gonna be, this should be not too bad. Level 14. Catching this guy right off the bat. You know, we should be just hunting. We should be hunting for fishing rods, not catching mons, but you just get distracted. And there we go. Now we got it added to our PC. Now, what is in this chest? Ooh, tons of goodies. And more fossils. Like I wasn't expecting to find fossils inside of the loot containers, but that's definitely a dome fossil. Now I've made it to the ocean here, and let's see. I think we just want to kind of scour the beach line. And you know what? This might actually be the perfect time to utilize Gyarados' riding ability. We just got to get into the water slowly. And yeah, like just kind of surf around and see if we can't find any structures hiding. So far, not seeing a whole lot. Wow, there is a massive island up in the sky over there. I believe that's a Terralith island that you could potentially find. Ooh, now I did manage to find a random shipwreck, but I don't think this is exactly what I'm looking for, even though like getting ender pearls is pretty nice. Now, if you didn't get lucky like I did in my ocean that is nearby, find a ship like that's kind of like beached. We might also be able to find a way to fish from the swamp. And so I've made my compass point me in the direction of a swamp, and there happens to be one over here. Let's just hope that it's large enough. Ooh, and I definitely want to grab some of these leeks. We can replant these around the base. And so here we are. I've made it to the swamp area. Let's hope this is big enough. Oh, look, some more mints. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think this swamp is going to cut it. This is super tiny. However, there is a little structure over here, but I just don't think this is the one I'm looking for. Or is it? No, this is just a standard like witch hut that's been customized by some mod. I'm unsure which one. Look at that, some slime balls though. Now, after going back to base, now this is more like the swamp I need. Now, I am looking for a very particular type of structure. Aha, and I think I have found it. Now, this may look like a witch hut, but it's not exactly. And it's made out of peppercorn planks and stairs. And we have ourselves a lovely little villager. Hello. Inside of here, though, we are going to find ourselves a pre-made Pokérod. Yes. And up here, some other nice goods, including a smithing template that is going to allow us to make our own Pokérod and also make more smithing templates. This is how you do it. You just combine a regular fishing rod with a smithing template and any Pokeball, and you can get a ton of different types of cosmetic Pokérods. But yes, this little villager hut, I guess you could call it that. Which villager hut? This is a fishing villager hut. Just happens to spawn inside of the swamp, or at least that's where I found it most commonly. You know what? While I'm here, let's grab some propagules. Like, these are nice trees. These are mangrove trees. Oh my goodness. And on the way back, I did find another one that just happened to have like even more rods. Like there's an Ultra Ball rod, a Pokeball rod. You know what? The more of these we have, the better. After getting back, I think getting enchantments on these rods are going to be really, really necessary. But like also while we're at it, might as well enchant some other things like our tools. Now I figured down in the mine would be the perfect place to have our enchanting setup right next to our mob farm, so I can easily access all of this built up experience. I wanted to mention something about the Pokérods. The thing that changes whenever you add a different ball to it is simply the rod looks different, and also the bobber looks different. It'll just change the Pokeball. They should just simply be cosmetic changes. So if you built one out of a Master Ball, I mean, honestly, you just do it just to flex on your friends. Some things I would really love to get onto these would be like Luck of the Sea, which is going to increase like the rarity level of the Mons. And then Lure would also be nice, as this is going to change the spawn pools that can be accessed with the rod. Like, believe it or not, some Mons have like requirement levels for the Lure level. Look at that, Lure 3 on that bad boy, but we didn't get the other thing, which is Luck of the Sea, that I really want. Thankfully though, we did get 2 rods, so we could potentially combine them together. Or we could go through the process of taking regular fishing rods. Like if we just craft like a fishing rod, we could strip enchants off of these rods. Like this is something that is another method, and I kind of want to show off how we can actually strip these off. So let's say we have enough levels. We have 39 levels at the moment. We throw this in and we go, ooh, I don't like that. I'm going to strip that enchant off because I don't really want Soulbound by itself. And this one has Lure 2, Unbreaking. I mean, that's fine. But let's keep going until we potentially get a better rod. Also, the way I like to do this is just take a bunch of rods and just keep like sort of combining them together. For example, we now have a fishing rod that has Luck of the Sea 3, which is base Luck of the Sea, and base lure, which is 2, which will combine this, giving me a lure of 3, which will be the maximum. Vanilla maximum, that is. And with those enchants, I can drop them onto an anvil. Now, making sure our magnet is off, I'm just going to toss the rod, toss in some books, and make sure it's above a block of obsidian, and then drop an anvil on it. And this will spit off all of the separated enchantment books, which I can then combine together into a singular book, and then apply it to our Pokérod. And now we have a pretty darn good Pokérod. Now, also, this same sort of setup I really like to do with our pickaxes. We have so many diamonds, I do want to get a nice fortune pick if I can get lucky. And that right there is a pretty decent pickaxe. So something like this, where we have efficiency unbreaking, I'll just simply combine that with this pick, and that should get us fortune 3, efficiency 5 unbreaking, like a really good base pick. And then for a silk touch pick, might as well put this together. Now, with our vanilla tools, we can go ahead and craft them inside of our inventory after getting the enchants on them, and we now have fully unbreakable pickaxes, and we don't even need to worry about mending because of silent gear. This is also incredibly powerful because now that we have this, we can just make repair kits. That's done by making a sturdy repair kit, which we do have access to at the moment. And then with the sturdy repair kit, we just combine it with diamonds. And yeah, if you put it in a crafting grid, you can combine it with even more diamonds. I think blocks might even work. And you just keep doing this until you fill the entire inventory up with diamonds. It's so good. And then anytime that this needs to be repaired, like let's say we take some durability here, like so, we just combine it with our repair kit and brand new. So enchanting, I mean, honestly, can be kind of boring, but is a necessity, I think, especially when we're getting started with Cobblemon. Now, at first, just fishing, not exactly something you want to just do without using bait. So bait is going to be another thing that we need to worry about. And this can increase our spawn pool, making rare Pokemon spawn by making our bait different. And we can also increase shiny chance. Yeah, from fishing. Oh, and now I should mention, especially if you're new to Pokemon in general, and or Cobblemon, yes, you can catch different versions of every single Pokemon in what is called a shiny form. And that shiny rate by default is 1 in 8,000 in this pack. So yeah, your chance of getting one is pretty slim. Unless you do these modifications. And usually these Mons, by the way, they do have a special skinned variant. Whether that is almost taking a negative of the original skin or completely changing it entirely. Now, when it comes to making bait, there is a lot of different ways you can customize bait, but the primary thing that gets used in it looks to be a mushroom. We also need bottles of honey and wheat. Now, bottles of honey, out of all of this, probably the hardest thing to get. Or is it? See, tucked away in this pack is another fantastic mod that is called the Bumble Zone. Some things that you probably want to bring into the Bumble Zone, some bottles, some glass bottles, some wheat, a way to move around, which is going to be very handy. And we need a way to get back home. Well, the /home is going to be pretty good. But I am going to utilize the waystone while I'm there. But to get there, you can either piston yourself into a beehive, and thankfully the quest gave me a beehive, or you can find one in the world, or you can just use an ender pearl and toss it in. And this is going to teleport us into the Bumble Zone, making getting combs, honey, anything like that, incredibly easy. Oh, and we just happened to get an incredible spawn. The reason this is incredible is because the Bumble Zone is very interesting. It contains multiple different biomes, and this is a flowery biome, like an absolute beautiful biome where you can get every single flower variant. But you'll also get attacked by these guys. Yeah, the Pikmin style rootmen that just shoot you with dirt over and over again. And I tell you, with shaders though, this place is very dark compared to normal. If you don't have shaders, it is quite bright. For example, this is it without shaders. And just in case you were wondering, yeah, it does look like Cobblemon spawn in here. Now, as we sort of move about, we are going to find these. These are brood blocks and also honey blocks. Now, the unfortunate thing is, as soon as we start to steal from the hive here, we're going to get something called the Wrath of the Hive. But there is a way that we can fix this. I do want to get away as quick as I can, but they are going to take me on very, very fast. And we want to take this and make ourselves some honey cookies as quick as possible. And we are going to use these to remove that effect. So that way they're going to like us. And to do this, we need to feed this to the brood block, and we now get protection from the hive, allowing us to bypass all of that and steal more things. But yes, if you want to get rid of this effect, we are going to need a bit more of the honey. But yeah, feeding the brood is the best way to get rid of that effect. Also, by the way, these are honey blocks, like absolutely honey blocks. Now, I do want to come back here and explore a little bit later, but yes, this place, absolutely gorgeous. And so there we go. We have tons of honey bottles, and I can make even more honey bottles with all of the honeycombs that we now have. Like, we have so much. I gotta say, the Bumble Zone is like one of my favorite dimension mods. Like, its depth is massive. It is such a massive mod, and it just looks all innocent and everything, but it's got some really cool features. So now, when making our bait, enchanted golden apples are going to be one of the best things that we can use for our bait. And this is where our mob farm is really coming into play here. By giving us gold blocks, we can now use enchanted golden apples, and we can make one of the most powerful modifiers for this setup. We put these things together, throw in the enchanted golden apple, and we are going to have a 28% shiny chance. We get a boost in our rarity bucket, and we get a reduced bite time on this bait. Absolutely nuts. Now, to be able to apply the bait, we take it and we right click it, and it goes inside of the poke rod. And now whenever we fish, we can see the bait down in the bottom right. But also, all of those effects should be applied, and I'm pretty excited about this. And that's because I am after a very specific Gyarados. Now, in the Cobblemon mod, they have different types of Gyaradoses that you can find, or technically Magikarp that you can find. And those Magikarps are from the Pokemon Jump mobile game, apparently. But what is even crazier is that they all have different biomes that you can find them in. And you can even catch them shiny. Now, the one I want the most is the Black Diamond, but this is supposed to spawn in spooky biomes. And so spooky biomes would be like a dark forest, for example. This is considered a spooky biome, and there should be a dark forest like not even too far away from here. But when I think I found the perfect spot, this little water pool right here is technically considered dark forest still. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. And so for the fun parts, actually fishing. And this is just so cool looking, like compared to normal fishing, like the way the lure looks, look at the water splashing. And there we go. Okay, we just spawned a Mon. And I don't actually have this one, but let's say I don't want this. I can actually run. Not a big deal. And then we can just cast out again until we get the thing I want. Like I said, I am really trying to get a special Magikarp. What are you, actually? There are some weird mons that I might, like a drizzle? I don't even know what this is. Like, there are some generations of mons, like I said, that I have completely missed. You know what? I'll try to fight. We shouldn't knock it out in one hit, right? No. Perfect. So, yes, I'm going to go through here, maybe catch a few mons, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. And there we go. Ooh, and there's a Magikarp. It's not the form I want, however, but it is a different form. I believe this one in particular is a Calico, but it's the orange and white variant. I definitely want to try and catch this. Ooh, and a critical capture. And there we go. Perfect. Something I have noticed with the bait, though, is every single cast consumes the bait, which I was not expecting. I was hoping that it would last a little while. What is this? Oh my goodness, this might actually wipe my whole team. Level 33, maybe. I don't know. With it being that high, I am going to switch to Ultra Balls. And also, you're doing some damage. Do a Mega Drain. Come on. Oh my goodness, that did nothing. And there we go. I cannot believe I caught that thing. Do you know what? Even though I'm out of bait, I can still fish, I do believe. And maybe this will increase my chances of getting specific Magikarp. Is that a Mudkip starter? I'm having crazy luck today. Yep, and it's level 31, which is going to be very challenging. I'm able to get it a little bit lower, though. My chances with the Mega Drains here, that's what I've got to do. I've got to get it a little bit lower. I think I can, completely get knocked out. Okay, but it is a lot lower now. So with it being down to 22%, the chances of me catching is a little bit higher, but it being a starter, still the starters just have like really high, like it's just really hard to catch them. And there we go. Yeah, that helped a lot lowering it. See, now this is where fishing is really powerful. I think even without the bait, the fact that we have lure and everything on here is really helping us out. Like, this is so good. Oh, what is this Magikarp? This is a completely different one. I'm almost positive this is called a Saucy Violet. I'm going to try and catch it. Oh, and a critical capture. Looky there. Very nice. Oh, what is that? Apparently it has 3 different colors that you can apparently catch. Oh, there's another form. Ooh, there's a Grimer. This one I kind of want to catch if I can. First try. Oh, it's another Magikarp. And also a different variant too. Like, this is another one of the variants. It's actually the opposite of the one that we got earlier. This is the Calico White to Orange. Definitely going to try and catch this guy. And critical capture again. Very nice. Right, is this a normal? This looks very much like a normal Magikarp, but it could be different. I think this is different. This one looks like the orange two-tone, even though it is very similar to normal Magikarp. Oh, and another Magikarp. Think we already have that one. Oh, and we got another one. This, I can't tell if this is also like the one we got before, but it's another variant of Magikarp. Oh, now that's a cool looking one. It's like different color orange and apricot tiger, maybe. At this point, by the way, all of these are just critical capturing. Oh, that's a cool looking one too. That's like blue. Ooh, that's a pink one. Oh, there's just so many different variants. Oh, we're definitely catching this. Like, these have all been critical capture, like I said, at this point. I think because we're on a catching chain. Oh, this is a gray one. Is this the one I'm looking for? I don't know. This is 100% the one I want. I wanted the gray diamonds, and this looks identical to the gray diamonds on the wiki. Oh, I am super stoked for this. This is the one I want. Oh, and critical capture, of course. Oh, that's so good. And to catch this shiny would be fantastic, but the chances of that are super slim. You know what, Squirtle? I think it's time to wrap this up, head back home, and let's get to evolving, because that's where I'm excited. Now, looking at our PC, I mean, we got all kinds of cool mons, like a Drizzle. That thing looks sick. And then there's also all of our different variants that we ended up catching. But, of course, the main one that I wanted was going to be the one that is black and white. So I'm going to swap out Togepi for right now. Actually, let's just swap out Gyarados for right now. And let's take a look at this. It has a naughty nature also, which is going to fit so well into my future theme ideas. Now, its stats aren't perfect, but there's ways of making those perfect here in the future. But yeah, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. It's got speed and defense IVs, and also the HP IV, but there are specific ways that we could get all of these maxed out in the future. So I'm not super worried about its current stats. But now, I do want to take a look at it. Oh, that is so sick looking. And we definitely need to evolve this bad boy. Just gotta do some quick leveling here. And we're at level 22. And Magikarp, I hope you're ready. This is time to evolve into Gyarados. What a very cool looking Gyarados, and I'm super excited. All right. There we go. Wait. It's a normal Gyarados. Does it not keep its form when it evolves? What do you mean it doesn't keep its form? Oh, maybe it's not fully finished yet. It's supposed to take on its new form. Supposed to, anyways. What? Oh my goodness, you have to enable this resource pack in order for it to function. So I have to go into my options, resource pack, and then scroll down and you see Gyarados jump patterns. These have to be enabled. Also, while I'm at it, I might as well let you know, I am using RTC Trainers, which is for the Radical Trainers mod, and then also Cobblemon, which adds a little bit more motion to things. And also my construction stick grips. And might as well throw in the darker pipes. These are two packs that I have that you can find on CurseForge. Now, after enabling the texture pack, oh, are you amazing looking? Okay, yes. Now you can see why I wanted this particular color and particular form. Oh, that is just sick looking. With the red eyes and everything. Oh, man. Yes, this is fantastic. I mean, just take a look at this pretty thing. Oh, that is fantastic. So pretty. I mean, honestly, who needs a red Gyarados whenever you have a black one? By the way, I just realized why Drizzle did not look like a normal Mon to me. It's because it's the in-between evolution. Oh my goodness, of the Scarlet and Violet generation. Sobble. Yes. Oh, the one that turns into like the 007 Mon. Oh, I can't believe we caught like 3 starters today. Man, we're really going to have to like dig deep and get some really cool automation set up for making things like Poke bait and also Poke snacks, which by the way, increase the shiny chance of Mons that just spawn around and also their stats. So lots of cool things that we can do to get more Mons. But also today we did more than just, well, catching a really cool Gyarados. We also got a nice set of base pickaxes that are completely unbreakable. And that in itself is definitely worth celebrating. But I mean, still the real MVP is definitely Gyarados. The diamonds on this thing, look at these diamonds. I wanted the black diamonds on there. Oh, it's gorgeous. For time, we're going to turn this Gyarados into a beast. That will have to wait until another episode because today we are all out of time. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And well, give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. And now without further ado, it's time for me to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that amazing thanks is going to go out to Fickle Fox. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and supporting in one of the best ways possible. And guys, I'll see you all in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.